Hey everybody. Seem to spend a lot of time in vineyards and wine shops. There's a reason for that. We live in a wine region. So we've just sort of kind of impromptu turned up at this place. Didn't even know it was here. And we're looking at an excursion, which is a 2-hour tour. Next one is tomorrow. So I'm just going to do a short video at the moment, just to show you this is the entrance to this place. And we'll go outside and have a look at the views across the vineyard in a minute. But there is a 2-hour tour, which I may well do, which takes us all around the factory. And at the end, there is a bit of tasting. I've already asked if I'm allowed to film, and they've said absolutely, of course, no problem at all. So I always find that's the best approach. Just be polite and ask. I think a lot of people just rock up, turn the camera on, or they just turn up and say, oh, I'm going to film, that's not a problem, is it? And you get people's backs up like that. It's lack of respect. This is obviously the laboratory part. But yeah, I think from my experience, if you ask, generally, never a problem. So, let's have a little look outside. These doors are a work of art on their own. They're absolutely huge. Lovely handles, proper big, solid handles, look. Lot of money's gone into this building, but look at the views. Down to the sea. And this is obviously a dacha area, summer house area. We've got a lovely church just over there. And is typical in Russia, and as I always say, development everywhere. Everywhere's being built. Houses being built, all up on these hills. And lots of properties as we were driving up, lots of new stuff being built in between very, very, very old stuff. So as I said in previous videos, you find that a lot. Whether people buy up really old dilapidated properties and then build on the land, or whether it's passed down to generations and they do the same, or the people that are on the land in those little dachas, they die, pass it down to their kids, and their kids come along and do one of the two that I've just mentioned, either sell it off or develop it themselves. So you find brand new houses wedged in between, literally sometimes like shacks that are falling down and completely derelict. But that's everywhere, wherever you go, and it's really interesting. It always makes for a really interesting landscape, and it tells a story, you know. It's going through the ages. But there are some lovely properties down here, and especially further down. So this is on the way to a place called Suko, where I've just done a little short video, which I shall upload soon and probably link it to this one. But we saw a sign for this vineyard and thought, oh, didn't know this one was here. So there we go. So we thought we'd have a little look. And we may well be back tomorrow to do the tour. Do like the idea of tasting. But it's not cheap. £25 for 2 hours, but that includes the tasting. So I suppose by UK standards it's very cheap, but out here, not really. But it doesn't look like a cheap vineyard. Your bottles of wine in here aren't going to be £2, more like 15 or 20, which again is not cheap by Russian standards. But there we go. Just thought I'd show you the view. It's beautiful all the way down there. So, big tourist town. Well, I say big tourist town. Big for tourists, not a big town. Let's get it right. And they're building new apartments, you can see. There, all the way along apartment blocks. So, it is a popular holiday destination. There's an area called the Cypress Lake where they have trees that grow in the lake, and the water changes colour. I think sometimes it's actually pink, the water, when it fills up from a lot of rain and algae, etc. at a certain time of the year, it turns the water pink. So it's a popular place to go, and I will go there and do a nice full-scale video. But if you want a preview of that, check out my video, Scammed by My Russian Wife. Yes, terrible, absolutely terrible. You need to watch that video if you haven't. It was, wow, beyond words really. Awful what happened to me. Terrible, terrible experience. I don't want to talk about it. Go and watch the video, Scammed by My Russian Wife. Horrendous, never happened to me again. Anyhow, I digress. Like I say, little video for today, showing you a little bit of scenery in the area that we live in. So, not far from us at all. And shows just another vineyard. You've already seen my grapes to glass videos, I'm sure. That was featuring a Brau d'Urso, and this is another vineyard that I haven't asked the name for, so I can't even pronounce it. But it was on the first part. My Russian speakers will know where it is straight away. My English speakers will go, what's the name of the place? Yeah, I might put it in the description if you're lucky. And we might be back tomorrow. We might, we'll see. But if we're not, worst case, you've seen lovely views. If I zoom in, you can see some of the building that is going on the opposite hillside. There we go. And as I said, beautiful church. So, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Sharing is caring, and most importantly, it really does help if you share the channel. Just want people to see the sunshine, the blue skies, the vineyards, the sea and the rain clouds. But the blue skies are coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.